Are we running tonight? Our deputy's learning?
All right, good evening, everybody. Good evening and welcome to the Township Committee meeting on March 10th.
Wait.
Oh, Ms. Brake.
Okay, all right.
Brake, Bork, same thing.
Yeah, good evening and welcome everyone to the Township Committee meeting of March 10th, 2020. Ms. Brake, please call the roll.
Committeeman Delcourt. Committeewoman Holmes.
Here.
Committeewoman McCauley.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Lapani.
Here.
Mayor Thompson.
Here.
Administrator Ferreira.
Here.
Attorney Willard.
Here. Please join me in a salute to the flag.
I can't get out.
I pledge allegiance
I love the kids when they start.
Please be advised that in accordance with Section 5 of the Open Publics Meeting Act, Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, the notice of this meeting was made by the posting on the bulletin board at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex and notifying the officially designated newspapers that this meeting would take place at the Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex at 7:30 p.m. on March 10th, 2020. First up this evening is the approval of the minutes. May I motion to approve the May 28, 2019 executive session minutes?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any comments from the dais? From the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeewoman Holmes.
Here.
Committeewoman McCauley.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes.
Deputy Mayor Lapani.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes. May I have a motion to approve the July 9th, 2019 executive session minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments from the dais? From the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeewoman Holmes.
Yes.
Committeewoman McCauley.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Lapani.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes. May I have a motion to approve the August 13th, 2019 executive session minutes?
So moved. Second.
Any comments from the dais? From the floor? Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Holmes.
Yes.
Committeewoman McCauley.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Lapani.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Abstain? May I have a motion to approve the January 14th, 2020 regular session minutes?
So moved, Mayor.
Second?
Thank you. Any comments from the dais? From the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeewoman Holmes.
Yes.
Committeewoman McCauley.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Lapani.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes. And may I have a motion to approve the January 28th, 2019 regular session minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you both. Comments from the dais? From the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeewoman Holmes.
Yes.
Committeewoman McCauley.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Lapani.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes. Now we're going to move on to reports from committee liaisons. First up is Committeewoman McCauley.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everybody. Just a quick note, we did a proclamation last meeting for Women's History, but I thought we'd continue on for some of our notes on Women's History Month. So each year, March is designated as Women's History Month. Women's History Month had its origin as a national celebration in 1981 when Congress passed Public Law 97-28, which authorized and requested the President to proclaim the week beginning March 7, 1982 as Women's History Week. Throughout the next 5 years, Congress continued to pass joint resolutions designating a week in March as Women's History Week. In 1987, after being petitioned by the National Women's History Project, Congress passed Public Law 100-9, which designated the month of March 1987 as Women's History Month. Between 1988 and 1994, Congress passed additional resolutions requesting and authorizing the President to proclaim March of each year as Women's History Month. Since 1995, presidents have issued a series of annual proclamations designating the month of March as Women's History Month. These proclamations celebrate the contributions women have made to the United States and recognize the specific achievements women have made over the course of American history in a variety of fields. So we wanted to just say congratulations to all the women out there for Women's History Month. There's a lot of women in the audience tonight, so thank you for being here. The public safety issue is the local emergency planning committee had our first meeting of the year as we prepare, as one of the items discussed was COVID-19. As always in Hillsborough, we prepare. We don't want to panic. I was joined by Deputy Mayor Lapani for this meeting today. Questions regarding symptoms should be directed to your health care provider. It was a conversation we had on how do we get the quickest response. So your health care provider that you individually have is the best way to go if you have any concerns or symptoms. I believe Mayor Thompson will also be providing further updates a little later on to what's currently being worked on in terms of planning. The Hillsborough Township Police Department will be participating in the Safe Passage Impaired Driving Enforcement Campaign during the St. Patrick's Day weekend. Supplemental patrols will be out there deployed targeting the impaired drivers and other dangerous traffic violations. Please use designated drivers, smart thinking, public transportation, or paid services. If you do plan on being out there and having some fun and drinking, just be safe out there on the roads. Residents are also reminded to protect themselves from becoming a victim of personal property identity theft in their vehicles. I feel like I say this every meeting, but there must be a reason that the chief wants me to remind everybody. Keep your vehicles locked at all times. I know it's real easy to run in and out of the house, but just get into the habit of doing that. Remove all your valuables, especially personal identity items. Keep your valuables out of sight if possible, if you must leave them in the car. But it's always better to not leave them in the car if possible. But please lock your doors and make sure that you have your valuables tucked away. The Hillsborough Township police officers are doing a lot of court time this year. YMCA recently started for some community hoops. So the next one will be Friday, March 20th from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. for some more fun. I haven't heard any results yet. We have to get the results. But it will be March 20th, 6:30, 9:30 at the YMCA. All grades 7 through 12 are welcome to come out and have fun with the police and try to beat them at basketball. The Finance Department would like me to remind all property owners should have received their 2020 Notice of Property Assessment cards. If you have not received them and you need information on property taxes paid in 2019, please contact the Finance or Tax Department and they will be happy to mail or email you a summary of your account if you did not receive them. You reach the Tax Department. And that is it for me this evening, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Committeewoman Holmes.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to start with, I went to this Redevelopment Forum 2020. It's done by New Jersey Futures, and it's an all-day seminar on all kinds of different things that we're dealing with in our town, like redevelopment strategies, planning communities, green streets, complete neighborhoods. And so I just found it so inspirational and educational. In our life as it exists, redevelopment is complex and evolutionary. And we know today that no project exists in a vacuum. How will a development project impact the community's health? For whom does it provide opportunity? Will it withstand the impacts of climate change? And the whole forum was about what redevelopment does and how to keep a healthy town and a healthy community. So it was very educational, and I just felt very privileged to get to be there and represent Hillsborough. Another thing, I have some good news. The State Department of Environmental Protection officially adopted new rules that require developers to use green infrastructure to manage stormwater runoff, a move designed to mitigate water pollution and flooding. That won't begin till next year, but I think that's something that we probably all are going to be really grateful for, considering how much flooding could be done with all this impervious surface being covered. Okay, next, this is about recreation. The deadline to register for the Spring 2020 Girls Softball League is this Friday, March 13th. After March 13th, or once we reach the maximum capacity, there'll be a waiting list, and there's no guarantee of placement, so if you're interested, get going. No experience, no problem. Girls softball is open to all girls in kindergarten through 8th grade. It's time to dust off your cleats and get ready for some softball. Visit the Parks and Recreation website. That's www.hillsboroughNJrecreation.org for more details on our soccer and softball programs. Did you know that you can reserve one of the park's pavilions for your next family gathering or birthday party? I didn't. The Hillsborough Parks and Recreation Department rents our 2 park pavilions on a first-come, first-served basis. Both parks feature a playground, heated restrooms, and a covered pavilion with tables. I've had picnics there, and it's really nice for all the kids, for everyone, because there's so much to do. Pavilions available to rent are located at Ann Van Millsworth Park and 570 Pleasant View Road and Daughtery Park and 154 Route 206 South. I guess that's where they're located. Please note that you are only able to reserve the pavilion area. The park and the playgrounds are still open to the public. Hillsborough, you can get the payment schedule online. There's an online request form. Go to the recreation website and click on headline. Want to rent one of our park pavilions? Click here to see how. You will then be contacted by the recreation department when your permit is ready to be picked up and paid for. One other thing, the health department, we're continuing to monitor information about the coronavirus. There have not been any reported cases in Somerset County. The New Jersey Department of Health has provided this phone number for the general public with questions about this virus. And that's 1-800-222-1222. That's the New Jersey Poison Control number. And the following websites are up to date with information: Centers for Disease Control, www.cdc.gov, and New Jersey Department of Health, which is www.nj.gov/health. The mayor will be providing a further update on Hillsborough's preparedness. And that's all for me. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor LaPanny.
Thank you, Mayor. I missed my seat. Thank you for letting me borrow it last week for
Anytime.
Our last meeting.
Anytime.
From the building department, please make sure when filling out your building permit applications, the email address is filled out and printed clearly for the contractor and for you, the property owner. We are now able to send permit correspondence via email, which helps eliminate delays. The engineering department would like to remind the public to be cautious about accepting soil from their property if a project requires additional soil or fill material. Hillsborough Township has a soil permit ordinance designed to protect property owners to ensure that the soil and fill material brought into our community is clean and safe. This is very important. Unfortunately, we had a resident about 4 or 5 years ago who had a bunch of soil that was brought in that was from out of town that was found to be polluted and had to pay to get it all taken away. So it is very important that you take only clean material. Property owners should make sure contractors have a permit to bring soil and fill material into the township from the engineering department. The ordinance requires that all soil and fill material meet the NJDEP residential clean soil standards, and we will not issue a permit if this cannot be confirmed. In addition, recently the NJDEP added the requirement for businesses conducting soil, fill, and fill recyclable materials services to possess an A-901 license from the NJDEP. Property owners should request to see the license of any trucking company they hire. Further information on the issue can be found at the NJDEP website. So please be careful. The Public Works Department is currently registering interested seniors 65 and older for curbside pickup program. Please call 908-369-3950 for easy registration. The Automobile Facility Annual Cleanup Drop-Off Program registration can be accessed via online, the Township website Public Works link. The light winter has provided time for our crews to concentrate on storm drain repairs, vehicle maintenance, tree work, and other various projects. The valuable jumpstart is important as we head into the spring, as numerous planned paving projects throughout the township and local business residents are urged to keep this in mind. That is perfect time to access trash in the vegetation and still at a minimum. Please keep the area within your property boundaries litter-free as a courtesy to the environment and your neighbors. Local town-wide cleanups are in store for this year, with first one beginning March 21st. Please visit the Township website or call Public Works for more information or to register to follow Captain Cleanup on Facebook. Right there. And lastly, from the HBA, just a reminder, the first networking event of 2020 will be held on Thursday, March 26th at the Affinity Credit Union from 5:30 p.m. until 8. The event will feature Paul Grisella as the keynote speaker. He was recently named as Citizen of the Year of Somerset County and has previously spent 35-year career in journalism and is now the Greater Raritan Workforce Development Board. Please be sure to register to attend the first HBA event. That's all I got, Mayor.
Thank you. A few things for me this evening. First, I want to say congratulations to Family Care on their grand opening this past weekend. They are a facility here in town that takes walk-ins, but also they are primary care physicians as well. So if you're in need, take a look at their facilities. As you just heard from both Committeewoman McCauley and from Committeewoman Holmes regarding COVID-19, we're continuing to monitor and prepare as new information becomes available. It will be posted on our website, right at the top of the screen there. The best, most basic advice, if you are sick, please stay home and be diligent about washing your hands. As already stated by Committeewoman McCauley, you can contact your healthcare provider with any specific questions, but again, we have all this information on our website and continue to visit that for additional information. The Greater Raritan Workforce Development Board, in partnership with Hillsborough Township, and the Somerset County Library System's Hillsborough branch offers residents the opportunity to meet with job developers to learn more about the many services available to job seekers and employers in Somerset County. We're excited to announce that Maria Heidenkamp from the Heldrick Center's New Start Career Network will be attending the March 24th session from 5 to 6 p.m. to do a presentation for job seekers. This session is geared for the long-term unemployed, 45 plus in age. These sessions are held at the library, and we are fortunate to have the services available right here in Hillsborough Township. Hillsborough Township will also be hosting a Litter Awareness Day on Saturday, March 21st from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. I'm also told that participants will have the opportunity to meet Captain Cleanup, which we just saw before, in person, as she will help kick off the 2020 Clean Community Initiatives. You can sign up for the Community Pass and Eventbrite, and links are available on the Township website and through the e-news. I also want to congratulate Hillsborough for being named the 2019 Healthy Up-and-Coming Town Mayor's Wellness Campaign. We look forward to what we're going to do in 2020. You can visit our e-news for that. And also save the date for the 2020 Green Living and Wellness Fair on May 30th. Details will be coming out on that soon. As always, you can stay connected with all the events and more via the Friday e-news and Twitter. TV29 and Hillsborough YouTube channels showcase our meetings, and Hillsborough The Good Life episodes, and Hillsborough alerts for traffic and emergency notifications. At this time, we're going to move on to our proclamations this evening. We ask that after you receive your recognition, please return to your seat, and we will pause after all the recognitions to allow for your departure. First up this evening, we have the American Red Cross Month. So if you have any representatives of the American Red Cross, please come forward. The American Red Cross Month is a special time to recognize our everyday heroes and thank those who contribute to the mission of the Red Cross. The American Red Cross provides 24-hour support to members of the military, veterans and their families, training in CPR, aquatic safety, first aid to millions, and collects about 40% of the nation's blood supply. In Hillsborough, the Red Cross works tirelessly through its employees and many volunteers to support the township when disaster strikes, when someone needs life-saving blood, or in the comfort of a helping hand. The Hillsborough High School Youth Red Cross Club participates in many activities, including hosting 2 blood drives, hosting monthly Scrubby Bears and local preschools to teach youngsters about germs, running a food drive for local shelters, and working Red Cross booths at the Hillsborough Rotary Fair and the Hillsborough High School Club Fair. The Hillsborough Township Committee declares March as American Red Cross Month and encourages all Americans to support this organization and its noble humanitarian mission. Congratulations, and thank you all.
Hi, I just wanted to thank the Township Committee and the Mayor for recognizing us. We're from the Hillsborough High School Red Cross Club, and we would love to thank the community and our Hillsborough High School for giving us the opportunity to help others and be able to host blood drives and stuff like that. So thank you for that.
Just real quick, I'm going to have you each say your name, just so everyone can hear it.
Abigail Golden.
Janavi Dadi.
Rashini Rubaraji, Anna Salinas, Maria Trevetti,
Sam Shaw.
Kishi Choksi,
Amanda Richardson.
Carl Sriracha.
You don't look like you're in high school anymore, Carl. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Squeeze in there.
Congratulations. Okay. Next up is National Nutrition Month. Do we have anyone representing that? Hello, how are you? National Nutrition Month started in 1973 as the National Nutrition Week, and as popularity grew, the National Nutrition Month was established in 1980. As a reminder that each bite counts, the theme for 2020 is Eat Right, Bite by Bite. National Nutrition Month, a nutritional education and informational campaign sponsored annually by the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, have spread the word about the importance of a healthy diet and regular exercise. The Hillsborough Township Committee, in conjunction with the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics and ShopRite at Hillsborough, declares March as a National Nutrition Month and encourage all Hillsborough residents to join the campaign and become concerned about their nutrition and the nutrition of others in the hope of achieving optimum health for both today and tomorrow. Would you like to say a few words?
Hello, my name is Ashley Lombardi, and I am the dietitian over at the ShopRite in Hillsborough in our community. Thank you very much for having me today, Mayor Thompson and the Hillsborough Township Committee. If you're unaware, we do provide, ShopRite is committed to helping have healthier communities, and the nutrition services at our store is one of those ways that we're doing that. As the dietitian in the store, I provide free one-on-one nutrition counseling for any type of diet or advice that you may need. I also do store tours, educational classes, and partnerships within the community at the schools, senior centers, the library, and many other places. In addition to that, we also do adult cooking classes and kids cooking classes. So if you're unaware of those services at ShopRite, please seek me out. National Nutrition Month is, the theme this year is Eat Right, Bite by Bite, and that just means that we are looking at each meal we can make steps to make a better choice, and that looks different for different people to live our healthiest. In the back, I have some information as you're on your way out for National Nutrition Month, things on healthy budgeting, kids snacks, and eating on the go, because a lot of people are eating out these days. So you can feel to take some of that or some of the snacks that are back there. Thank you.
Okay, next up we have Safer Buildings, a Safer Community, Safer World. I think we have someone from our building department here. John? Yeah. John collects these proclamations. Safer Buildings, Safer Communities, Safer World, the theme for Building Safety Month in 2020, encourages all to raise awareness of the importance of safe and resilient construction, fire prevention, disaster mitigation, and new technologies in the construction industry. Hillsborough Township is committed to recognizing that our growth and strength depends on the safety and economic value of the homes, buildings, and infrastructure that serve our citizens, both in everyday life and in times of natural disaster. Building safety and fire prevention officials, architects, engineers, builders, tradespeople, design professionals, laborers, plumbers, and others in the construction industry are dedicated members of the International Construction Code Council, a U.S.-based organization that brings together local, state, and federal officials that are experts in the building environment to create and implement the highest quality of codes. The Hillsborough Township Committee proclaims May 2020 as the Building Safety Month and encourages our citizens to join their communities by participating in Building Safety Month activities. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Mayor. Once again, it's always an honor to be recognized by your Township Committee and have the support for events like this. This year is the first time that the International Code Council is partnering with New Jersey at our Building Safety Conference in Atlantic City. And it's quite an honor also to be recognized on the national level. So this goes out to all those good code officials who dedicate their time and effort to making their communities better. And it's one thing that gets misconstrued all the time. The codes are a standard of minimums, not maximums. And you just got to think about along the lines that we are protecting your best interests at the minimum level. So if you have a good builder, it makes projects go a lot easier. And it's always better to go beyond the minimum. So thank you very much for your support. Committee, Mayor, Administrator, Clerk, and the community of Hillsborough. It's always a pleasure to serve. Thank you very much.
I think we have some Girl Scouts here. Would you guys like to come up? Hi, how are you? You've been waiting so patiently. You wanted to come up here right away. I love it. Who wants to hold one day? You want to hold one? Is this the 60561 one? 60561? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry, there's too many Girl Scouts today. I'm sorry. This was 60561. Karen Briggs, Kathy Kafka, and Ginny Heil created Girl Scout Troop 60561 to cater to the needs of girls with cognitive disabilities. Karen is a member of the Hillsborough Girl Scouts SU leadership team and helps out with Steps Together. Kathy and Ginny co-lead a Sunday school class for children with special needs. Ginny also volunteers with Special Olympics and Gigi's Playhouse. The goal of Troop 60561 is to give the girls a traditional Girl Scout experience, including learning the Girl Scout promise, making s'mores, working on service projects, and creating arts and crafts projects. Troop 60561 will also participate in the iconic tradition of selling Girl Scout cookies and will be sharing a cookie booth with other Girl Scout troops. The Hillsborough Township Committee commend Karen, Kathy, and Ginny for creating Girl Scout Troop 60561 for girls with cognitive disabilities. For their honor, they have brought themselves, the Girl Scouts, and our community. Congratulations.
I just want to thank the mayor and the township for this honor, and Kathy and Karen for starting this awesome troop. I also want to thank Gigi's Playhouse because it's the best place ever to hold and host our activities with the kitchen and all that we have. And Gigi's welcomes everyone, which is awesome.
I would like to thank the committee for recognizing our Girl Scout troop, and I really would like to thank Karen and Ginny and all the parents because they really make this troop special and make it work, and it's just been a great experience. So thank you.
So the only question I have yet is, when is the cookie booth sale? Because I can guarantee you guys are going to sell out of cookies. You already had yours already? Okay. All right. Let me know when the next one is, okay? All right. Can we take one photo? Take a picture. We're going to take a quick photo. We have our members of the Special Olympics team here. Can you guys come forward? You're welcome. The New Jersey Special Olympics 2020, the games were held February 3rd and 4th at the Mountain Creek Resort, National Winter Activity Center, and Skylands Ice World. Hillsborough residents John Tu Hang and Jeffrey Monahan were two of hundreds of athletes that competed in the Special Olympics Winter Games. John Tu was awarded gold medals in both the intermediate giant slalom and the intermediate super G and competed in the time trial intermediate. Jeffrey was awarded the silver medal in the giant slalom and super G event and competed in the time trial advanced. Jeffrey has participated in sports, the Special Olympics for 22 years, and John Tu since he was 8 years old. The Hillsborough Township Committee recognizes and honors them both for their great accomplishments. We are very proud that they're members of the Hillsborough community and wish them a bright future. Congratulations. That's right. Wait back here. We're going to take a photo.
Yeah, picture. Yeah, no smoking is a good thing. No smoking is a good thing. Put this down just a little. There you go.
Your 14.
No smoking is a rule. That's the rule.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Mayor
Good job.
Thompson and members of the Township Committee. I actually like. Sorry, I forgot that I could actually say something for a moment or two. I actually would like to clarify what Mayor Thompson said about being 8 years old when I started Special Olympics. I was actually 14 or 15 years old. I mean, he was correct on when I said I've been an athlete for the last 22 years, but just had an accidental mix-up with the age. But everybody makes mistakes, you know what I'm saying? But it's a great honor to represent Hillsborough when I participate in not only in skiing but all of the sports. And out of all of them that I play, my favorite is softball. So I'd just like to say thanks again to Mayor Thompson and the members of the Township Committee for being recognized for my contributions with Special Olympics. And thanks, and have a good day.
The other thing about Jeff, and I didn't want to embarrass him, but I've actually known him since he was a baby because I was lucky enough to go to school with his big sister. We both are very proud graduates of Woodford Elementary School. Oh, we got some Woodford people here. That's even better. We were just reminiscing. We used to have to run all the way to Herman. If anyone remembers growing up here in town, they had this cool tree at Woodford called Herman. It was a lot of fun. So, but it's super cool that we get to give Jeff this proclamation, that I get to see his sister after all these years. So, all right. Next, we have the girls' winter track and field. Coach. How are you? Good to see you. How are you? Good to see you. How are you? Good to see you. All right. The 2019-2020 Hillsborough High School girls winter track and field team had a very successful season due to their hard work and dedication. They were the Group 4 state champions and the Skyland Conference champions. That deserves a round of applause. Come on. Several athletes achieved school records, including, I'm going to butcher names here, so Kirsten, see, already, in the 55-meter dash, 55-meter hurdles, the high jump and high jump relay, and Neve, I was right the first time, all right, in the high jump relay. In the 2019-2020 Hillsborough High School coach girls winter track and field team consisted of 70 young women led by Coach Rifi and assistant coaches Jason Rudick and Emily Shipley and Rocco Mazzagatti. Here with us tonight, and I'm going to have you guys say who you guys are. You're just going to repeat your name.
Jason Rudick.
Emily Shipley.
Sia Mahajan. Jade McDermott. Kirsten Schechter.
Lara Lights.
John Lapani.
Rich Reefy.
Brianna Schechter.
Khadijah Colburn.
And the Hillsborough Township Committee commends the Hillsborough High School girls track and field team, the coaches and parents, not only for their successful season, but for their hard work, dedication, and commitment to the sport, and to those principles of good sportsmanship, teamwork, and academic achievement, which the organization endorses. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor Thompson and the committee for having us here today. And thank you to the fire engines that brought us into the high school after we won the Group 4 state championship. I'd just like to say it's truly my honor and pleasure to work with these athletes. They're fabulous athletes, but more importantly, they're excellent people, and they're just a pleasure to be around. And by the way, Kirsten, in the 55 hurdles, has also a Somerset County record as well, not just a score record.
We have one more, if we could bring up all the Girl Scouts that are here, everyone else that's here. All right, so I'm going to have to read off the laptop because we don't have the paper one, but. Come on in. Come on in. Perfect. Whereas Girl Scout Week is celebrated each year during the month of March, starting with Girl Scout Sunday, ending with the Girl Scout Sabbath on Saturday, and always including the Girl Scout birthday, March 12th, which commemorates the day the organization was founded in 1912 by Juliet Gordon Lowe in Savannah, Georgia. And whereas throughout its long and distinguished history, Girl Scouting has inspired more than 50 million girls and women to strive for the highest ideals of courage, confidence, and character. And whereas the Girl Scout leadership, through the Girl Scouts leadership, girls grow strong, gain self-confidence, develop leadership skills, and earn the lifelong lessons of contributing back to their communities. And whereas Girl Scouting takes an active role in increasing girls' awareness of opportunities available to them today in the fields of math, science, sports, technology, and other professional fields that can expand their horizons. And whereas the Girl Scouts Heart of New Jersey was formed in 2008 and capably delivers the optimal Girl Scout experience to over 18,000 young women and adults in Essex, Hudson, Hunterdon, Middlesex, Somerset, Union, and Warren counties. And whereas more than 2.5 million girls Scouts nationwide, including excess of 100,000 in the state of New Jersey, join in celebrating and rejoicing in the great American tradition, with nearly 59 million who are former Girl Scouts, a living proof of the impact of this amazing movement. Now, therefore, be proclaimed that we, the Mayor of the Township Committee and Township of Hillsborough, do hereby applaud the commitment to Girl Scouting has made to support the leadership development of America's girls, and proudly proclaim March 8th to the 14th, 2020, as Girl Scout Week here in Hillsborough. Congratulations.
Girl Scouts of the United States of America has been serving girls for an incredible 108 years. So in those 108 years, we have seen over 50 million women be part of our organization. Today, we are serving 1.8 million girls in 92 countries with over 800,000 adult volunteers. My name is Sue Mayer. I am the current Volunteer Service Unit Manager for Hillsborough Girl Scouts. Along with my Assistant Service Unit Manager, Jennifer Cridge, we are proud to serve Hillsborough Township with over 450 Girl Scouts and 350 amazing volunteers. We are honored to accept this proclamation celebrating our organization's history, our commitment to today's girls, and all we will serve in the future. Our mission is Girl Scouts builds girls of courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. This past year, Hillsborough Girl Scouts continues to exemplify these ideals. In an era where people complain about our children spending a lot of time in virtual worlds, our girls are out finding the courage to step outside to hike places like Sourland Mountains or sleep outside on their first camp out at Camp DeWitt right here in town. In conquering their personal fears about those new experiences, they are empowered to take on different challenges, like taking action against issues that impact the community through projects in areas about which they are passionate about, including the environment, art, computers, health and wellness, senior citizens, children, animals, and those less fortunate. Our Girl Scouts character is demonstrated when they cook for the homeless, sing Christmas carols at the local assisted living facilities, support our troops overseas, and when they teach a younger scout a new skill, like a craft or writing computer code. Our scouts have recorded a record number of service hours in the community this year. Over 75 girls earned our local Service Unit Community Service Award for actively participating in at least 5 service unit requested community service projects. Beyond that, 17 of our girls earned the President's Volunteer Service Award, which included receiving a signed certificate from the President of the United States. In our community, we never stop trying to make the world a better place. Beyond those community service projects I mentioned, our older girls have the chance to complete the highest award in Girl Scouts, Bronze, Silver, and Gold Awards. Our Gold Award is the highest award a Girl Scout can earn. At our annual awards night last June, we recognized 6 Bronze Awards, 6 Silver Awards, and 7 Gold Awards. Each of those awards produced a project to improve our schools, churches, parks, or directly touching our seniors, students, parents, and friends. The pride and confidence these girls demonstrate as they plan and execute these projects is infectious, inspiring the girls that come behind them as well. I want to take a moment to thank the local businesses, organizations, and private citizens that have helped support these girls when they have reached out for support. So recently, you may have seen some Girl Scouts out selling our well-known cookies. Girl Scouts will continue to be out and about at various locations in Hillsborough selling cookies over the next few weekends. If you've already bought, thank you for supporting our troops and their ability to earn funds for their troop and community service activities. If you have not encountered them yet, whether you buy a box of Thin Mints to put in your freezer, or perhaps you choose to buy a box to be sent to the military, be sure to stop by and talk to the girls at the booths. Ask them about their Girl Scout experience, their adventures, their community service projects, and all the other fun things they have done and learned. One place they have had those adventures is Hillsborough's own Girl Scout Camp DeWitt, whose summer camp continues to regrow here in town. And if you haven't seen it, the rebuilt conference center and activity building at camp is gorgeous, and it's a nice rustic setting for not just Girl Scouts programs, but you can even rent it as a public, out to the public. As the 2020 Girl Scout Week continues this week, I invite you to celebrate Girl Scouts past, present, and future with us. 108 years with the largest organization serving young women, inspiring them to be GIRLs, go-getters, innovators, risk-takers, and leaders. Each and every year, our dedicated Hillsborough volunteers provide direction, guidance, and opportunity to our girls to be the next doctor, entrepreneur, politician, engineer, astronaut, or whatever they want to be. Girl Scouts offers every girl an opportunity to fulfill their potential of a lifetime of leadership, adventure, and success. We cannot wait to see what our Hillsborough Girl Scouts do next. Thank you.
Okay, at this time, we're going to pause for a very brief break. So if you did receive a proclamation tonight, congratulations. You don't have to leave, but if you'd like to, we certainly understand. So 5-minute break, Cass. Thank you. All right, at this time, before we get to public comment on new business, if the Township Committee is okay with it, I'd like to take consent agendas items 1 through 6 and move...
7.
I'm sorry, 1 through 7, thank you. 1 through 7 at this time.
So moved.
Second.
Thank
There
you.
go. Sorry.
Any comments from the dais? Comments from the floor? Seeing none?
Well-
Yep,
I do.
okay.
Thank you, Mayor. Just wanted to just go through some of the, well, actually all of them really quickly. But first, Mr. Aldrich, joining with the Billing Department through our program of our constant training and moving up our folks that are going through our program. So we're happy to move him to full-time from part-time. Again, as I said up here many times over the years, in training our own folks and moving them up with the experience and bringing the people that we want here. So I want to congratulate him. Also, same with Mr. Winters, going through all of the training and with the arborist position. It's been taking a long time, again, through the training and through our career development program is where he is today. And thanks Mr. Christie as well, the supervisor here, for helping him along the way. Resolution number 3. Happy to have Ms. Pascal joining us in the mayor's office, administrator. So very happy with customer service and her background. I think it's going to be a great addition. As well as resolution number 4 with Ms. Keene, with her background in customer service and things we need as for the float position. Mr. Scaltro as well, using his expertise with his background and looking at some of the social media that we're looking at. Happy to bring him on. Ms. Brake as well, going through the career development program for looking over for her clerk license. Happy to bring her and recognize that as deputy clerk. And obviously to Lieutenant Fischer and Lieutenant Omer. Again, permanent status, so thank you. Appreciate that, PD. So great day, bringing on some great employees and recognize those who have already been here and going through the career development. So thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments from the dais?
Just congratulations and welcome aboard.
Congratulations to everyone, welcome aboard, and congratulations also to Lieutenant Fischer and Omart. See, Lieutenant Omart is here tonight on your permanent status and position of lieutenant. Congratulations.
Okay. All right, at this time, I think we already have a motion. Do we vote? We need a vote yet. Oh, open to the public? Any comments from the public? Please come up, state your name for the record and address, please.
Maria Janusik, 720 East Breck Avenue, Manville, New Jersey, and Hillsborough Township property owner, Block 86, Lot 3.
Hold on 1 second.
Mic's off.
One more time.
Maria Janusik, 720 East Breck Avenue, Manville, New Jersey, and also Hillsborough Township property owner, Block 86, Lot 3, 2155 Camp Lane Road. In regard to consent number 1, it says there exists a need for a full-time plumbing inspector, and that the person being hired was part-time. So now, will there be a replacement or someone hired as a part-time plumbing inspector? Or is this going to be it?
No, we're consolidating positions, so that part-time position will no longer be there. But we're moving to full-time. No,
It's very difficult to hear you if you don't speak into the microphone.
I can't get it.
Please.
I can't get any further. I'm trying as much as I can. Is that better? So we are moving that to a full-time position, looking at the work that's needed throughout the township. So we're moving that to a full-time position, and we won't be backfilling the part-time.
So was there previously a full-time person, or it was just part-time?
No, we're moving things around to move the positions that are full-time or part-time where needed as per the construction official. So as we see projects in town where we might need to switch things, that's what we've done. So headcount hasn't changed, it's just moving up positions from part-time to full-time.
So previously, there was only a part-time plumbing inspector?
No,
and
we
now-
have a full-time plumbing inspector. This was one full-time and one part-time. Is that correct, John? Yes. So now there'll be 2 full-time with all the projects in town that we need.
So now there will be 2 full-time and no
Correct.
part-time?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Need a longer microphone, I think.
Go project.
Okay, consent number 3, resolution authorizing the hiring of Francie and Pascal to the position of executive assistant to the mayor, administrator, and township committee. So it says here, there exists a vacancy. Did someone leave this position?
That is correct. That position has been vacant.
Someone left it recently?
That is correct. About a few weeks ago? More than that, yes, correct. More than a few weeks ago, correct.
Okay, and so this annual salary of $38,000, is that the same salary that the
That is correct.
The previous person was receiving that same annual salary?
Correct.
38,000. Okay, let me see what else there is. For that position of deputy clerk, it states that there exists a vacancy. Did someone leave that position?
That would be me, because I took on another position. I have now 4, and I'm paid for 1, so I'm now the human resource officer along with the deputy zoning official and the ADA director. So I think 4 is enough. So Ms. Brake has been going through those classes and will be taking the test, so she's a deputy clerk.
So, all right, so she's taking the position that you had previous. Is there anyone else who was a deputy clerk, or there was just 1?
No, there's 1.
Okay, and could you repeat again what you said you're taking on from 1 position to which ones?
So I am the administrator,
Right,
the ADA director, the human resource officer, and the deputy zoning official. I think a
Deputy
couple
zoning
other titles, but that 4 I think are enough for 1 card.
I think that's good.
Yeah, good.
okay. In regard to consent number 7, resolution granting permanent status to Lieutenant Dave Fischer and Lieutenant James Olmert effective March 9, 2020. So these 2 officers have been in a...
Lieutenant,
These 2 lieutenants
thank you.
have been in a 6-month probationary period. When they were given the positions of lieutenant for that probationary period, did they receive an increase in salary?
When they became lieutenants.
When they became lieutenants, they're all paid the same salary as lieutenants. It's per contract.
So they were given an increase in salary at that time?
When they moved up to be lieutenants, correct.
Okay, so now that the probationary period is over, will they get another increase now that
No.
they're permanent? So that lieutenant's salary is what they're going to continue to be receiving?
That is correct.
Okay. Consent number, excuse me, consent number 8?
Nope, we're only doing 1 through 7.
We're only on
right
1
now.
through
Oh,
7.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other comments from the floor? Seeing none, roll call.
Committeewoman Holmes?
Yes.
Committeewoman McCauley?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Lapani?
Yes, and
Mayor Thompson.
welcome.
Yes,
Congratulations.
congratulations, everyone. Welcome aboard. Okay, you guys can go home if you'd like. I mean, feel free to stick around for the rest of the meeting, but we certainly understand if you'd like to leave.
Chills.
The deputy mayor is nicer than me. He told you guys to go home. Okay, at this time, we're going to go back to our regular agenda. Is there any public comment on new business and matters not on the agenda this evening? Again, please come up, state your name for the record.
Hold on, she's getting something. Hold on.
Again, only on matters that are not on the agenda this evening.
Janusik, 720 East Breck Avenue, Manville, New Jersey, and Hillsborough Township property on 2155 Long Road.
Hold on, Maria.
Again.
Ed?
I have your name and address already for the record, Maria, so if you'd like to just jump right into it.
Okay, my question is, and I had asked this once before but never got a response. Manville Borough shares the municipal court with Hillsborough and Montgomery Township. How are the expenses for the shared municipal court apportioned, being that Manville Borough is so much smaller than Hillsborough Township and Montgomery Township?
I believe they pay us a flat fee, and I don't have that number in front of us at this
I don't
time. Do you
the
have
number
that?
for- Sorry, because you won't hear me.
We can
I don't
get
have the
that
number
for
in front of us, but there is a fee that they agree to, and the township does not receive any of the revenue. I can assure you that Manville's extremely happy, especially since Hillsborough was ranked #1 in the entire vicinage. Manville was #2, and then followed by Montgomery. We've been the top 3 courts in the entire vicinage. I think there's 60-some or almost 70. So there's a negotiated flat fee. All the revenue goes back to Manville, though. So they are saving a tremendous amount of money, and they are extremely happy with the court since we meet with them once a year. So there's a flat fee, and just because it's a smaller court, if there's more DUIs, if there's more convictions, it takes a lot longer in Manville. I can tell you, they're very happy, and they're getting their money's worth, and all the revenue from the courts go back to Manville. Hillsborough does not get the revenue from the Manville courts or the Montgomery courts. It's a flat fee. I don't have that number on me, if that answers your question. So we're saying that they don't have a court administrator, they don't have a deputy court administrator, they don't have staff. That's all done here by Hillsborough. And we do a tremendous job. We've been recognized by the vicinage year after year since Manville and Montgomery's been here.
Okay, so the employees of the Hillsborough Municipal Court are also employees of the Manville Borough Court, yes? I mean, because these are not, this is not a joint court.
No,
it's
that's
shared.
not
No,
correct.
that is
That's not
incorrect.
correct.
They are not employees of Manville. They are employees of this township. There's a contract, just like you have many times you have shared services. So this is a shared services. They do not report to Manville. They have nothing to do with Manville other than the contract we have with them. Those are the employees of Hillsborough Township. It's a shared service.
We just run their court.
Excuse me?
We just run the court.
Now, what about the appointment of the judge? That
We appoint
also-
the judge.
Manville has no say in that either?
Nope. We appoint the judge.
Okay, so, and are any kind of reports given to Manville in regard to what's going on with the Manville Municipal Court?
I believe Susan regularly updates
Our court
them.
administrator
Yeah.
has constantly conversation with them, and again, we do meet with them before we sign the contracts, but they have reports. Absolutely. And then they get their, again, the revenue, they sign the agreement with us, they get their revenue reports on a monthly basis.
On a monthly
But again,
basis?
and again, Susan Keith, who's our court administrator, she actually reports to the vicinage directly, even though she works for the township. But reality is that whole court staff reports to Somerset County and the vicinage there, even though they're the township employees. It's sort of like, a little bit like the tax department. Even though they're employees of the township, they also report to the vicinage in Somerset County.
So Susan Keith would be considered more an employee of the vicinage than an employee of the
No,
township?
she's an employee of Hillsborough
She's an
Township.
employee of Hillsborough Township, but she has to follow the rules and regulations of the vicinage under Judge Ciccone.
Okay. Thank you. Also, regarding Block 86, Lot 21, a few years ago, the Hillsborough Township governing body had contracted with the CME Associates to do some research on that property. What was the purpose of doing that research?
I don't have that information in front of me at this time. You can send me an email, and I'd be happy to get it for you.
Okay. And also, since my property directly adjoins Block 86, Lot 21, has that property been officially subdivided into Block 86, Lot 21.01 and Block 21.02?
I don't
No.
believe so at this time.
Excuse me?
No.
I don't believe so at this time. The same
No.
discussion we had last 2 weeks ago or 4 weeks
But-
ago.
but
It has not, I know, we said you were going to come back and ask.
Right.
I don't believe so at this time.
Okay.
I have not been updated that it has.
All right, so then since it hasn't been subdivided, then there has been no sale of any of that property?
That is correct to my knowledge, yes.
Thank you.
Okay, any other comments on new business and matters not on the agenda? Seeing none, we're going to move on to public hearing. Public hearing 2020-06, an ordinance repealing Chapter 145 of the Uniform Construction Code, Section 3, construction fee schedule, and replacing with a new Chapter 145 of the Uniform Construction Code, Section 3 of the construction fee schedule of the Code of the Township of Hillsborough County, Somerset State, New Jersey. This ordinance addresses changes to the New Jersey Uniform Construction Fee Schedule. May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 2020-06?
So moved.
Second?
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, is there any comments from the dais? Seeing none, I do know we have our construction official here if we do have any questions. Any comments from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeewoman Holmes?
I'm sorry, may I have a motion to close the public hearing and adopt the ordinance through roll call?
Motion to close.
And a second?
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Holmes.
Yes.
Committeewoman McCauley.
Yes?
Deputy Mayor Lapani.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes. All right, moving on to new ordinances. 2020-11, an ordinance repealing Chapter 101 entitled Tree Mitigation Trust Fund and Advisory Committee of the Township of Hillsborough, County of Somerset, State of New Jersey, in its entirety. Further consideration of this ordinance and public hearing will be held on April 14th, 2020. May I have a motion to introduce this ordinance?
So moved.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Holmes.
Can I make a comment?
You do
before I
after,
vote?
just
This
introducing.
Oh,
it.
Just an
okay.
introduction, but.
All right. Yes.
Committeewoman McCauley.
Yes?
Deputy Mayor Lapani.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes. 2020-12, an ordinance amending Chapter 78 entitled Library Advisory Board of the Hillsborough Township Code, County of Somerset, State of New Jersey. Further consideration of this ordinance and public hearing will be held on April 14th, 2020. May I have a motion to introduce this ordinance?
And Mayor, I think Sarah might have provided you with the updated, the Library Advisory Board we're talking about right now?
Correct.
Yeah, I think the one that was uploaded might have been different, and now it's been updated, so this is the one we're introducing, just to be clear.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for that clarification. Again, this is just for introduction. We are not adopting.
That's correct.
May I have a motion to introduce this ordinance?
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
Thank you both. Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Holmes.
Yes.
Committeewoman McCauley.
Yes?
Deputy Mayor Lapani.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes.
I jumped the gun.
2020-13, an ordinance amending Chapter 73 entitled Officers and Employees of the Hillsborough Township Code, County of Somerset, State of New Jersey. Further consideration of this ordinance and public hearing will be held on April 14th, 2020. May I have a motion to introduce this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Committeewoman Holmes.
Yes.
Committeewoman McCauley.
Yes?
Deputy Mayor Lapani.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes. Okay, moving on to resolutions. As we recall, we took items 1 through 7. So this is going to be on resolutions 8 through 16. Does anyone on the dais wish to take any items separately? Seeing none, we are going to have a motion to approve, again, 8 through 16.
So moved.
Second?
Thank you. Any comments from the dais? Comments from the floor?
Please. Officer.
We have executive.
Again, please state your name and address for the record. Thank you.
Maria Janusik, 720 East Freck Avenue, Manville, New Jersey, and Hillsborough Township property owner, 2155 Champlain Road.
Thank you.
Consent number 8, hiring process for the position of police officer. It says a vacancy exists. Again, did someone leave?
Yes, someone resigned.
So what is the starting salary for this position?
It's by contract.
It's by contract. I don't have that in front of me. It's in, I believe it's
38 or something.
30-something thousand. It might be. Chief, do you remember? Chief, do you happen to know what the starting salary of one of our officers are?
It is right around 49,000.
It's 49?
Right around there.
Okay. I apologize. It's 49,000.
49,000.
Thought it was lower, too.
Still not much.
Okay, consent number 13, the resolution authorizing the refund of recreation program fees. The first fee for Kier Patel, $1,250. That's very large. What is that refund for?
I imagine it's for our summer camp. Do you happen to know, or we can get you that information?
That would be my guess, but I'm just trying to see if I have it.
Yeah, we're going to, just give us 1 second. I'm pretty sure that was for the summer camp.
Yeah, we wouldn't have anything higher than.
Yeah, the summer camps are our largest number like that, so.
But that information would be available from the rec department or the CFO.
I'm sorry, what?
Our CFO can furnish you with that
CFO.
information,
Yes,
or you can
CFO.
send me an email and we'll get that for you.
Okay, and consent number 15, resolution authorizing the mayor and township clerk to execute an agreement between Hillsborough Township, the Board of Education, and Millstone Borough pertaining to the Hillsborough Township Board of Education tax levy. Excuse me. So how was this discovered, this overcharge to the borough, to Millstone Borough?
My understanding is that Millstone discovered it when they were going through their budget. I'm not sure if our attorney would like to elaborate that, or Anthony.
No, I believe you're correct, Mayor,
Yeah.
that the Borough of Millstone discovered it, brought it to the school board's attention. There was a review and found out that the school district improperly calculated the allocation of the tax levy between the Township of Hillsborough and the Borough of Millstone, wherein the Borough of Millstone was overcharged and the Township of Hillsborough was undercharged. And therefore, this agreement seeks to rectify that over the period of, I believe, the next 7 years.
Okay, so there's going to be agreement attached to this resolution that spells out what's going to be done?
Absolutely, and it's pretty much spelled out in the resolution. Essentially, what's going to happen is, over the course of the next, I think it's a 7 years, Millstone will be charged a little bit less, Hillsborough will be charged a little bit more to make up the difference of the $409,733.
Okay, so they're not getting any money back, it's just going to be
Correct.
paying less over 7 years?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeewoman Holmes.
Yes.
Committeewoman McCauley.
Yes?
Deputy Mayor Lapani.
Yes, and welcome, Mr. Ulmer. Congratulations, Lieutenant Ulmer.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes. May I have a motion to approve claims list 2020-05?
So moved.
Second?
Comments from the dais? Comments from the floor? So, please come up and state your name and address for the record, please. We always print them out, so people could grab them more. We'll talk about getting more next time.
Maybe.
We can provide you with a copy.
I can guarantee you I'll be here in 2 weeks, and you can ask any questions you'd like at the next one. We can discuss it, okay? Any additional comments from the floor? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Committeewoman Holmes.
Yes.
Committeewoman McCauley.
Yes?
Deputy Mayor Lapani.
Yes.
Mayor Thompson.
Yes. May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved, Mayor?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening.